GSL.
Welcome back to the GSL Code S. We are in our losers match, and I never thought I'd say it, but we're going to see MarineKing and Symbol as losers here in this group.
MarineKing up against Symbol, and this is going to be a great match. Also because the last matches that they've played, the last best of threes, they were really... Well, the one game ended 2-0 for Symbol, the other one 2-0 for MarineKing. So this is kind of a third match of them having the chance to... put out, at least for now, who is going to be the better player.
They've got to redeem themselves here. Yeah. This is what the losers match is for. It's hard to believe that one of these two players will not be advancing out of the group. Oh.
Yeah, it's right. It still completely baffles me. It's just this one thought we see in this group, and it's always so hard to actually say, okay, who's going to advance and who's not, but you always have to keep in mind two of them will be out of the tournament, and it's just always so sad. So right now, we have a Zerg and a Terran fighting for their chance to be in Code S. And Doomed Valley is going to be the first map between MarineKing and Symbol.
A great starting map. We'll see if MarineKing changes up his style at all here, if he is just going to stick with his guns. Would not be surprised to see him mech. We have seen players mech on this map specifically a lot recently.
MarineKing was one of those players, though, that on this map also sometimes goes for this early bio style that we've seen a couple times. So this might be something that he's trying to do here as well, trying to surprise Symbol, because Symbol is also usually just trying to fall back into this economy mode. We'll talk more about it as soon as the map has loaded and the match started, because the countdown has started a few seconds ago. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the loser of this match in today's group of death here at the GSL Code S. Are you guys ready? Are you ready for the Terran versus Zerg match at hand? To the bottom right, in the red, we have the King of Marine, starting for the Prime team, the Terran player known as
MarineKing Prime.
Back in the days, he actually called himself Boxer.
Yeah.
Then Slayer's Boxer transitioned to StarCraft 2. It was called Foxer for a while, a fake Boxer. And then he chose this ID because of his intense marine splitting. He was actually one of the first players that drove Zergs mad with his splits.
Indeed he was. His opponent may have to deal with such splitting, in fact. From the team TSL, the blue Zerg at the top left's ID is...
TSL Symbol.
I got a lot of tweets about that cheerful we discussed earlier that was never shown on stream, and well, I think it may be eventually. I'm just going to keep it
I hope so. I think it was funny. I mean, I could actually see that it's only funny to us because we are here like every day, but we will definitely mention it later on. We'll give the camera guys another shot of showing it to you out there, and if not, we'll definitely describe it. So, at this point right now, talking about this map and about the openings, we mentioned it yesterday as well, but in case that you haven't caught up on the VODs yet, I want to throw it out once again how the map shot changed through the patches that we had recently had. We have basically command center first, and this is so funny where Symbol is just trying to block this spot. Here. It's just awesome. He's trying to block the spot and he's just waiting for it, and at the same time MarineKing just builds the command center on high ground. So might even be able. Nah, he's not able to. Oh, he chases that. No.
Oh,
yes. No.
That was really close. Yeah. He knows the command center's been built on the high ground. There's no other explanation for what's going on.
But what that was.
Wow, double hatch before pool.
Whoa, look at that. This is what Freaky did against Hero. Live, actually. Sorry, my bad. But that is really, really interesting. So DT actually see that there... Did he see the barracks? Did he see the timing and knew when exactly the command center was built?
He assumed it was command center first.
Yeah, but this could have been MarineKing falling back into barracks first as soon as he saw that Symbol was about to block his
it could have even been proxy 2x. He wouldn't even know because he doesn't have that information. But he is actually banking on the fact that MarineKing is going command center first. With his entire builder, including his drone block, he was certain that MarineKing would go command center first. And recently, MarineKing has been, so I don't blame him for that.
And MarineKing, with the scout that he has in the main base, kind of has to know that there is something fishy going on because the pool is not ready. So I would not be surprised to see this SCV head over to the third right away. And MarineKing is responding with another command center immediately.
Yep, we are going to have the race of economy here. As both players try to get as many workers out as they can.
Oh wow, I am so happy about this.
No,
Do you know what kind of an epic, of an insane mid and late game we're going to witness?
It's going to be crazy. I'm really curious to see what composition MarineKing is going to grace us with. He's actually going double gas right now off just the one barracks.
Get your chairs, guys. This is going to be good.
If you're not sitting in a chair right now, what are you doing?
Get your popcorn.
Definitely get a chair, man.
Get a popcorn. Get some hot six. Get a beer. I don't care.
I don't care, man. Get anything.
But depending on where you are, guys, remember, kein Bier for vier.
And get crackers. I've recently found that crackers are quite a good snack.
Yeah, I hate you for that.
Cheez-Its, if you get Cheez-Its, make sure you try reduced fat next time. They're crispier, actually. They're healthier too, but I mean they're crispier. That's the most important part. They don't get the cheese on your fingers, so you can actually use your keyboard, play games. You can touch your friend if you want to. He's not going to say stop touching me. You have Cheez-Its on your fingers. You can touch your friend if your friend's sitting next to you and you want to touch him. You can do that. He's not going to get mad.
Seriously, one thing, if you start touching me, there will be a fist coming away so fast you won't even be able to dodge it.
I don't want to touch you, man.
I hope so.
But if you want to touch your friend, like if I wanted to touch you, I couldn't do it.
Shh.
I couldn't do it if I didn't have reduced fat Cheez-Its, man. That's the only way. Cheez-Its,
don't
regular
go
Cheez-Its,
down this road.
White cheddar Cheez-Its, Tabasco Cheez-Its, all right, the ranch dressing, hot
Can we
wing.
please focus on the game? Please? I'm getting uncomfortable here. Like, really.
Triple barracks going down and double factory. He knows he's got the economy to support all of those, especially once he gets that third command center landed. He's double gassing at his natural. He's basically just building his production up right now before he really has the economy ready, but he is preparing it. The way he's going to flow into this is great. He's going to go Blue Flame Hellions here. He's getting a reactor on his second factory. He's not going to be going double tank production right away.
And let's just talk a little bit about these openings. I wanted to point it out earlier, but then we got sidetracked by the openings that we saw between of the two players. What we usually had for a long time was the Reactor Factory Hellion opening and just the aggression trying to force the creep back. The changes to the Queens made it kind of impossible for the Terran player to pull it off. So a lot of Terrans right now try to exploit the fact that Zerg players start with late gas and a lot of Queens, go for Marines, attack, and make those Marines really worth their money, because they move in, take down the creep tumors, take down a couple of Queens, which is one of the potential openings. MarineKing opens with a very, very strong Bioforce as he has already 4 barracks, but at the same time he's focusing on these Blue Flame Hellions. And if he's going to hit a timing with Blue Flame Hellions, Marines, and also Medivacs, this is something that we've seen out of Tasia yesterday on Atlantis spaceship, and this is really, really strong. Symbol has to be careful here, but his very greedy and economy-focused opening allows him to have a great economy, a huge amount of resources. He's already up at 63 harvesters, and if MarineKing misses the right timing, Symbol will have a good chance of crushing this first attack of our Terran player, especially because he has an insane creep spread right now.
Yeah, he really does. MarineKing looks like he wants to move out with Combat Shields and Blue Flame together. He does have +1 and for both armor and weapons on the way right now. With this attack, he's not really having to commit to this. Like, for example, if he sees something he doesn't want to see, he just turns around, he loses nothing because he's going towards that Marine Hellion composition with Medivacs that we've seen so common recently. But look at this, Symbol completely dodging him here, going around the left side. He has no idea, and he's going to lose every SCV at his third and may lose some Hellions at his natural.
Trying to move in here, Symbol with a transition into Spire. He already has the Baneling speed on his way. He's going for +1/+1, as does MarineKing. Symbol's everywhere at night, trying to make sure that MarineKing has to retreat with all these Hellions. And he does, buying him a lot of time. Able to catch these Hellions off guard, surrounded them, take them down. Great for Symbol here. And he's killing supply depots. He's doing so much more damage with these Zerglings than he should have been able to.
Yeah, absolutely, especially Blue Flame Owens. I was killing even more SCVs. The total SCVs killed right now up to 12. Does clean up the last of those Zerglings. The supply even right now, and the army supply actually in MarineKing's favor quite heavily. Now he's going to go ahead and push out since he's killed those Zerglings. There are a lot of Banelings, but if they are seen, they do not have speed yet. It's about to finish. This could be bad. A Baneling trap is set. Oh, he barely does not step over him.
Mutalisks, the problem is that the Mutalisks won't be the answer, Wolf, because we already have the, well, Stim will be done. We have a lot of Marines. He needs Fungals for this, but he doesn't have them. He needs the perfect, I don't know, he needs to really have the perfect position to pull this off.
You're right, and MarineKing's composition is really good. He's free splitting here just a little bit, trying to set his concave up at the top of the ramp. The Hellions doing their damage.
But at the same time, why did he cluster up his army like this? MarineKing with a huge mistake here. He had such a great split earlier, but then he starts to move to the third and he clusters his entire army. The Hellions fall victim to the Banelings. A lot of the Marines get taken out as well. And then the Mutalisks swoop in and take everything apart. Symbol, really great defense, but MarineKing could have traded so much better here.
Yeah, it could have been so much better. You're very right. He's now down to 30 supply. Both players starting 2-2 around the same time. Turrets are finishing up just in time for these Mews, and as you mentioned, Stim is done. He will ward these off very easily, getting one already, and the Mew just have to leave without even getting a single shot off. Fourth base for Symbol can be taken fairly soon. A little bit surprised we have not seen Infestation Pit just yet. We'll probably see it in the next few moments. I think he's trying to decide what he wants to spend his gas on right away. Does he want more Banelings first? What is MarineKing doing? Does he need to worry about an attack before he can tech to those infestors? He's going to actually potentially get a reactor here. Nice reaction by MarineKing, chasing away and repairing.
The thing is that at this point, Symbol has control of the map. He has Baneling traps set up, he has the Mutalisks roaming the map. Every single unit that MarineKing sends out will be attacked. He has no option of dropping his opponent. This is exactly what Symbol wants. He wants to shut the potential drop play down. He wants to make sure that MarineKing cannot be aggressive, that he stays on his 3 bases and has a problem moving out. We have him spreading his creep, getting his upgrades, getting the Banelings, getting Zerglings as well. There's no transition so far into a late game. With all these Banelings, we have already 23. He's getting 31 additional ones. He will be at 54. This is going to be a massive, massive attack with Ling Baneling.
Yeah, this is a style that very few players stick with these days. Two that come to mind are Lucira and Hyun.
There is no siege tank.
No,
just now the
just
first
now
one.
starting it.
That's too late. That has to be too late.
Well, oh, if he walks over these Baneling traps as well, this could be bad. He's setting up a really nice Oh, and he could hit the other one as well.
And here come the Zergling. Here they go. The Zerglings, the Banelings. This is the push of death. The Thor, it dies as well. And here comes TSL Symbol. He is making this happen. He's moving in with so many Banelings. And the Mutalisks are magic boxing the Thor right now as the Banelings obliterate every single SCV.
Oh, and the SCV is at the third. Well done as well.
My God.
Every last SCV, the first tank pops out in time to die, and MarineKing down to 80 supply right now with Banelings and Zerglings cleaning up his units in his main base.
This is the Swarm, baby. This is exactly how Kerrigan envisioned it.
Yeah, that is... Kerrigan still has dreams about this, and he doesn't even know what to do with his Banelings anymore. MarineKing doesn't have anything left. The Zerglings stream in with their 2-2 upgrades, taking out the final SCVs at the third. MarineKing making 6 Marines at a time, but they are basically popping out to die, with Zerglings cleaning up the last of his SCVs in his main base. Symbol will take game 1. GG!
GG indeed, as Symbol, well, he has this entire Swarm army, and MarineKing, he has no answer to this endless stream of units pouring into his base and killing everything in its path. This is like a dark cloud that is going to engulf everything that you have on the map, and MarineKing, he is not happy.
Just honestly, Two players come to mind, like I said, who do style similar to this, and that's TSL Hyun, which is a teammate of Symbol, and Lucira from the team IM. Those are the two players who really do big attacks like this often and do them well. And he read what his opponent had. He's like, you're staying on Hellions this long. Hellions and Marines alone will not be enough for this. And he got the nice trap. He was baiting him over those Baneling landmines, got a hit off. Could have even gotten a second one, but it didn't matter. Just nothing mattered at that point. Great attack by Symbol.
There were just no tanks in the composition, not a single one, and he knew it. Symbol knew what MarineKing was doing. He knew that there was no tank, and he exploited this. He went in with a few tanks in the high ground and good shots at those Banelings, and the entire attack of Symbol completely falls apart, but he had the right answer to MarineKing's unit composition. But look how tense he is. Just look at him, both of them. Symbol, he knows this is not over. He is ahead now with 1-0, but he knows fully well that this is not over. Even if he beats MarineKing, he has to face Squirtle, and he is just concentrating on the next game, and so he should, because this is going to be one tough battle.
It certainly will. The map is going to be, of course, you guys knew without me saying it, MarineKing picks Antigua Shipyard as his map of choice. We saw it yesterday. MVP did not pick this map, chose Ohana instead, didn't win his best of 3. And MarineKing sticking with the normal choice here, going for Antigua. He's prepared for it. Symbol, though, does not look nervous. He looks ready. Taking a brief pause to make sure he's prepared mentally, and we are going to go into game 2. Both players have declared they are ready. Symbol just one win away from winning this best of 3, so MarineKing has to win this if he wants any hope of advancing to the round of 8. This is the GSL Code S with Calder and Wolf.